Hello everyone. Today I would like to comment on your work from last week. What you were watching was a video by Michael Moore. Actually, it's a clip from a movie called What to Invade Next. What is What to Invade Next? You can Google it and find out what it is. Michael Moore, however, I would like to tell you here, is a great movie maker who has made influential movies, at least for the United States. Many of his movies are criticizing United States policies, and people watch Michael Moore, and policymakers watch Michael Moore. Even Bill Clinton also watched Michael Moore, and the movies change, at least open people's views of many things that people consider normal or fine in the United States. Okay, for now, I would like to comment on some of the things I wanted you to include. First of all, about the main idea. Again, I have to emphasize here that main idea is usually presented in a sentence. It is what a text wants to tell the audience. It is what a documentary wants to tell to the audience. In this case, it is a documentary, and a documentary is like an essay, right? And when somebody tells something to another person, usually it is in a form of a sentence. If it is an argumentative text, then the message or what the text wants to tell you is something is good and another thing is bad. Or if it is an expository essay telling about important places in Malang, then the main idea will be there are 3 important places in Malang, and that's it. So if you wrote clauses or parts of a sentence as your main idea, then it is not complete. Your main idea should be one sentence, something that tells the audience. In the case of this clip, I will treat this clip as a whole text. Then the main idea is Finland has a very good education system. Or you can even say Finland has the best education system in the world. So that's the main idea. Now, we go to the motif. What is motif? If you check the 2 articles I linked last week, motif can be one, the reason for someone to write something. And another definition of motif is the purpose of someone writing something. Now, here we talk about a clip from a movie. And like I said earlier, I treat this clip as a text because it is basically an essay, but presented through voiceover, dialogues, and images, moving images. Now, what is the motif of this text then, of this movie? So what we can see here is motif is usually related to the reason why somebody write something or says something or makes something. In this case, the motive might be, we cannot be sure, right? Because it's inferencing, okay? So the motive might be the fact that American education system is bad. So there is a reason for us to go somewhere and find it. And if we consider motive as a purpose, then the purpose is to show people that there is a good education system other than US education system. The movie is about countries that US need to learn from as a whole. So here we can say that the motive is that Finland is a country, the motive is US education system is bad and we have to go somewhere to find a model, and in this case the model is Finland. Motive is also very close to the objective of the text. So the objective is to show people a model which we can use as an example to improve our education system. And a motive is also related. If you know the reason, if you know the purpose, then it is also related to the target audience of the text. Now here we do not have any idea who the target audience is because Michael Moore doesn't say it explicitly, but based on the motive, the reason, the purpose, we might be able to say that the target audience of this essay is American people in general or American policymakers. So that's the audience which you can infer from the motif. And last thing, the basic assumption. Most of you are very specific when you give the basic assumption, saying that Finland has a good education system which promotes one thing and another. It is, I would say, acceptable to use that as a basic assumption because that's what the writer believes, right? But if you want to be to improve it, we need to have a basic assumption that is more basic, more fundamental. And here, the more fundamental thing that Michael Moore wants to say is that what makes an education system good is if it promotes freedom of thinking, freedom of expression, and if it promotes learning from life, not only learning from questions or learning to do things in life, not learning to answer questions in tests. And also what is also important here is that education needs to be fun. And that's the basic idea that Michael Moore also believes. So those three things are the basic ideas, basic assumption. All right. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me. After this, I will give you another video which includes what to do next for your final, for your big quiz too. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. I'll see you again soon. Bye.